It all started, I was born in a very small town, 3,000 people in Illinois, mainly just, there was nothing else big nearby, so it was just farming was the main industry, just Illinois, Iowa, Indiana, it's all just middle of nowhere. And so, what was my first memory of video games? I remember being really little, and let's see, I remember watching like my big sister. I had a sister that was 10 years older than me, and she would play, we would go to someone's house. I think her friend named Christina. We would go to Christina's house, and they would play Duck Hunt. I specifically remember the little gun and playing Duck Hunt. So that was probably my first memory, and they would play like the first Mario, and they would never let me play. This is on NES. Oh, I was born in 1986, so I should let you guys know that. So that's probably like 5 years old, like 91. I definitely remember Duck Hunt on NES, and then I remember Sonic. Some of my other friends had Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega Genesis, and I always wanted to play that, and I think I played, and I would never make it past the first little loop-de-loop. So they would never let me play that. And then 8 years old, that would probably be, wow, it's hard to think even and do simple stuff. Oh, I'm too heavy. Oh, let me do this restock. So then, I remember Legend of Zelda from Super Nintendo. Oh, I had a friend probably 7, 8 years old. So that'd be like 94. 93, 94. Super Nintendo was big. I remember playing Super Bomberman. Do you guys remember that? Yeah, if any of this, like, if you can relate to it, go ahead and comment. So I remember playing Super Bomberman on Super NES with my friend for a while. I'd go over to his house and play that. And then one day he rented, that's back when you rented movies and video games from like Blockbuster or whatever. My town didn't have a real Blockbuster, but we had 3. We had MJ, B something. We had like 3 movie rental, video rental places in our town. So yeah, you would go there and rent video games, and he rented The Legend of Zelda on Super NES, and I just thought that was the coolest game. That one just looked so cool. I always wanted to play that, and I think I played some of that with him. I don't remember playing it much. I remember we played Super Bomberman because it was 2-player. So I remember a lot of Super Bomberman. And here, let me turn down this other thing. It's kind of loud. That's my Russian lessons running in the other room. I just have Russian lessons running in my house all day long. I'm really trying to learn Russian. Okay, Legend of Zelda, Super Bomberman. And then I remember Nintendo 64 came out. I was still probably only like 10 years, that was maybe 96. Maybe someone knows when that came out, 97. And I remember just going to Walmart. So there was like a Walmart maybe like 21 miles away from our house. And I remember going to that Walmart. Every Tuesday, we would go into like the town, the big town, which was like 12,000 people instead of my town that was 3,000. It actually had a Walmart. And Tuesday, my mom would go there for some sort of like ladies meeting. And I would like beg her to leave me at Walmart. And I would just sit there and like crink my neck and play Mario 64 for like 6 hours straight. I loved it. And like the other kids would want to play. So like if I died, I had to like let someone else play. That was like the rule. So yeah, and then I wonder what that does. So I need to go do my taming. So yes, Mario 64. I was in love with that game. I begged my parents. At some point, they bought me a Super Nintendo. I was probably like 12 or 13, been wanting one my whole life. They finally got me a Super Nintendo. No, maybe only like 10. So I remember having that. Because at some point we got computers too. Everyone started getting personal computers in your house with like 200 megahertz processor and like 16 megabytes of RAM. Not gigabytes, megabytes. Those computers were so slow. Like Windows 95, it would crash all the time. And yeah, oh, we had another friend around that time when everyone started getting personal computers that had like a few Atari games on his computer. So I remember Battle Tank. It was like all just wireframe tanks and everything was green. Mountains were green. You could like drive around and shoot that. That was fun. And actually, even my uncle gave me a computer when I was like 8, and it had some really simple games like Pac-Man. Yeah, Frogger, Jump Across. I would play that a lot at home. So like 8, 9, 10. And then I remember junior high, 7th grade? 7th grade, yeah. 7th grade, junior high, they gave us these little catalogs that you would buy stuff out of it, and it would like support your school. So I convinced my parents to buy me StarCraft. I think that was 1998. I remember that came out. Man, I was really in love with that. Oh, before that I had played Warcraft, the original Warcraft, probably Warcraft 2 also, with a friend like from my parents' church. And Grey Wolf, I needed that one, right? I need Dog and Grey Wolf, so let's go by Grey Wolf, and then see if we can find Dog. Yeah, I remember playing Worms Armageddon over at my friend's house. There was a few games. I played Warcraft with him, Warcraft 2, and then Worms Armageddon, which was like a turn-based. So like you would just, it was a hot seat. So you would sit there and you would shoot whatever, usually a bazooka at the other worm, and then the other guy would shoot a bazooka at yours, and you just see who could do, kill all your worms. You maybe had like 8 worms on a little 2D map. And you just take turns shooting each other. That was a lot of fun. What else? So, yeah, where's Dog? After I got my Super Nintendo, wow, no Dog. And 15, right? I need 15 dogs, yeah. So after I got my Super Nintendo, I remember, it was like a futuristic racing game. What was that called? Something Zero, maybe? Like F-Zero? Let me try and look it up real quick. F-Zero Super NES. Was that it? That was it! F-Zero! Oh yeah, that was fun. Little race cars. F-Zero, of course, the first game I got was Mario All-Stars, so I played all the Mario. I didn't like Mario 2 as much, but Mario 1 and Mario 3 I really liked. Super Mario World, my friends had some games they would loan me. And, of course, Legend of Zelda on Super Nintendo. I beat that so many times. And, man, I can't find Dog. There's got to be Dog. No Dog in that one. Well, there's all these books. Surely one of them has Dog. And so yeah, that's probably about the same time, and that was probably about the time that I got UO. So UO came out in '97. I got in right after Trammel was introduced. When was Trammel? T2A UO. 98. So yeah, I got in like a year later, 98, 99. So yeah, that would have been almost like high school. And that same friend that I played Worms Armageddon with, and Warcraft, Yeah, so I had already been playing StarCraft for a while by then. I think I forgot. Yeah, I bought that from the catalog. I loved StarCraft. I played a lot of StarCraft. I got on Blizzard. I never got too good at like PvP, but I like to do like 2 people versus 6 computers. We would play some StarCraft. And then yeah, when I started UO in like 1998, that would have been 12 years old. Yeah, so like 7th grade. Yeah, so that must have been around when I might have been playing StarCraft and UO. I cannot find dog. Well, I think that's like the 3rd book now. 4th book. Yeah, and then I started playing UO. So that's right when housing, like they had released Trammel, and there weren't any houses in it yet. And I remember being there. I was still kind of a newbie, and they like had one day where everyone could just put a house down the same day. So it was crazy. People were just like hidden all over the world. And I had bought a large house deed, but I thought I could put it like right by the starter city. I didn't realize the starter city was the most. That's where everyone was going to try and put their house. So everyone, I was still on dial-up, you know, and people had like cable and DSL back then. So they all placed their houses before me. Like we were all sitting there waiting for the countdown, whatever, like 7 p.m. Central Time. And so I didn't get a big house. And I ran all over the world for days looking for a place to put my big house, but I never did. So then 2 weeks later, you could place small houses. So I did manage to place a small house. I found a little place in the mountains where I could do mining. That was pretty cool. So I played UO maybe like 3 years. Up into high school. I started being more worried about meeting girls and trying to figure out how to party, stuff like that. So I don't remember what well, somewhere in there I bought an N64. That was probably in high school. I bought it used. So I would play like Super Mario N64. That was a fun game. Like I said, I played it a ton at Walmart, but you know, of course, you couldn't save your game there. So once I owned it, then I could beat it. Beat it a couple times. I had a Star Wars game, Rogue something. I don't remember the Star Wars where you fly the X-wing on N64. I played that some. Star Fox. I never beat either of those. I got kind of bored with them. Oh, and of course the Zelda games. I beat Majora's Mask and what was the main one? Ocarina of Time. Yeah. Then at some point in high school, I got a Game Boy and beat all the Game Boy Zelda games with like rings and stuff. And by then, I had made some friends in high school. Dude, I seriously can't find a dog. Maybe dog is like a super rare one. That's crazy. Am I just being retarded if I pass dog? It sucks you can't search. Well, I can sort by like that is small and 15, but I still got to go through all of them. Wow, I'm not finding dog. Okay, so yeah, I played those. I made my friends. In high school, I would go to their house. Oh, we played Diablo 2 at their house. We'd have like 5 computers set up there. I'll go play Diablo 2 together. That was really fun. Sometimes StarCraft together. I remember I would go there during my lunch break from high school. Like we got like hour lunch break, something like that, 40 minutes. And we would go to my friend's house and we would play Soul Calibur. And I would play as Link. Soul Calibur, probably on Xbox. I think that's when Xbox was first coming out. They had GameCube. I don't know. Oh, we would play Mario Party on GameCube. That was really fun. I remember playing Mario. Wow, there's seriously not. I might not get to finish this one. I went through all that time getting the Hellhounds, Timberwolves, White Wolves, Dire Wolves. I just bought the Grey Wolf one. But I can't finish it until I get Dog. That's crazy. I really don't think there's Dog. So yeah, we play Soul Calibur. I remember they got like a Star Wars Galaxy. Someone got an account for that, and like I would play that when he wasn't playing. That was an MMORPG. Oh, Battlefield. Yeah, when we had all the computers set up there, we would play a little bit of Battlefield. Not near as much as Diablo. More StarCraft than Battlefield. So Star Wars Galaxy. Oh, Eve Online. One guy got an account for that. I got an account, played Eve Online for a few months, but I set up a macro to sit there and mine asteroids and got my account banned. so after that, I think I actually played again once. A few years later, every once in a while I get a YouTube ad for Eve Online, and it still looks so cool, like flying around in spaceships. I really like that one. Wow, I've been through all of these. There's no Dog. I did not expect that. I thought she had everything. Well, that is not good at all. No Dog. Yeah, I've been through all these. I thought they had all of them. No Dog. Well, maybe I can do this other one instead. So this one going to be on the back burner until I get a Dog deed. Let me check my own book. Maybe I'm like stupid and small 15. Apply. Maybe I have Dog in here and just never realized it. No, I don't have Dog either. Let's see what this other one is. I need Forest Oster, Desert Oster, Bird, Chicken, Eagle. Well, let's see if we can buy all those. Or actually, let's try and get our own bulk order deeds. I made other characters so I can. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Go to my house. So let's see, what else did I do? And then it was about college time, so that was 2004. See if I can get a Dog, get like super lucky, that'd be crazy. So then college, I started computer science major, 2004, and let's see. Then, I don't know what I was playing then. Probably random things. Again, I was more like worried about going to parties, talking to girls. But then I had some friends that talked about World of Warcraft open beta. And they're like, oh, it's free, you might as well. And I'm like, oh yeah, I like StarCraft and Warcraft, Blizzard. So let me try this. Oh, let me try this. StarCraft open beta, or no, World of Warcraft, and that I liked it. I started as like an elf rogue, just in beta, but that was only a couple weeks, so whatever, didn't get that far. And then the main one, I started a Tauren shaman, and that was pretty cool. They started when the game first started. They started out like really overpowered. So that was handy. I wonder if I can give myself if I'm really fast, I can open a moon gate and then use it with my other character. Let's see if I'm fast enough. Yeah, so I played that, got to level 60. Hey, look, I did it. Got to level 60. And then sold my account for like $300, I think. So that was pretty cool. Oh yeah, back in UO, I used to sell gold. I think I used to just sell it on PayPal. I'd be at the bank. I'd be like, hey, selling gold, $15, maybe $20 per million on PayPal. That was pretty cool. I did that a few times. Maybe made $100. Let's see. After World of Warcraft, yeah, then I think that's where my video games really. That was about the end. Like, World of Warcraft was my last like real video game addiction, because I'm like, man, I'm spending my whole life staying up late, like being all tired of class, getting behind on my homework because of this stupid game. Wait, why can't I? It's not giving me the bulk order info. Oh. Unicorn tamer, but I can't tame a unicorn? Oh, I accidentally got animal lore instead of animal taming. That's funny. Okay. There we go. Now I got animal taming. 10 white worms. No. So I didn't get dog. So let's go back to the shop to see if I can fill out the other one. Yeah, so after World of Warcraft, I mean, I'm sure I played like, who knows what. Oh, I remember I had Half-Life 2 came out. I pre-ordered that. Beat that game. That was probably the last game I actually bought. Oh, and then my my friends from high school who I used to play, you know, at their house, all kinds of video games. They said a UO player run shard, like third-party shard came out called Import Yelm, where it was like pre-T2A, which was right before I started the main UO. So it was only the PvP area. There wasn't the like Trammel, which is like you're not allowed to attack each other. And that was really fun. Like, that was really fun, player versus player. The game was like very simple back then. The gear was very simple. It was like you didn't have to work that hard to get the best gear. And then you just go fight. And like, since it's not that hard to get the best gear, sure, you lose all your gear when you die because the PK loots you. But it's not that hard to get more gear. And if you kill another guy, you get to keep their gear. So all the gear kind of like goes in a big circle. So you always have plenty of gear. So it wasn't that big of a deal when you died and lost it because everyone had the same gear. So yeah, that was really fun, beating each other up. And so I did that in college. That might have been like right before World of Warcraft. And after that, I don't remember anything else. I mean, so I finished college. I still skateboarded throughout college. Yeah, I got more into skateboarding, partying, stuff like that. Okay, now we need forest oster, desert oster, bird, chicken, eagle. I already have eagle. And wait, 15 again? No, 20 now. Set filter 20. Set your filter. So yeah, there wasn't too much video games throughout the rest of college. Just really busy studying. Probably just random small stuff. And desert ostrich, I need that, right? Okay, buy that. And then, so I graduated college, moved to Lake Tahoe, California, which is border of California and Nevada, way up north. It's like a big mountain range. And there I went and snowboarded every day. That was pretty cool. Oh, Eagle 15. I need Eagle 20. That's not even useful. I need Eagle 20. So yeah, I snowboarded every day. Got pretty good at snowboarding. Then I hit kind of a rough patch because I couldn't get a job. Lived in LA for a while, but still never got a job. I was really broke. So finally, my sister lived in Houston, Texas. So I moved to Texas with her for a few years. Got my first good job with my engineering degree. So that was way better, obviously. I was doing better once I had a real job. Man, I didn't think it would be so hard to find these. Let me make sure I don't have any, because maybe I'm retarded and have some. I have 20 dog, but I need 15 dog. Oh, 20 desert ostrich? I need that. See, look, I thought I might have some. And, okay, so I got desert ostrich. I got... Oh, that's the one I just bought. Go figure. Well, I'll put you back in the book. So I need forest ostrich, bird, chicken, eagle. So yeah, I lived there, worked for a while. I don't remember playing really any video games there at all. I was more about social life then. And then I finally got a job in LA. And that must have been... LA must have been when I... Man, of all the ones, I bought desert ostrich. So in LA, I think I played some World of Warcraft again on a free server. Got a character up to 80. I played UO again. Oh, that's when I started this server, Lost City, back in 2014. I played it for a couple months and then quit. My character was still pretty newbie. But they've never seemed to delete my my account, so it's still here. Okay, forest ostrich. I needed that one. Okay, so now I have forest ostrich, desert ostrich. I need bird, chicken, eagle. So yeah, I played that for a while, World of Warcraft for a while, and then yeah, really not much though. I had a pretty good social life then. And then in 2015, when I saw chicken. I need chicken, right? Chicken. Okay, I buy chicken. Okay, bird and eagle is all I need now. Bird and eagle. Man, I can't believe I can't find a 15 dog. That's insane. So, there's eagle. So all I need now is bird. So, yeah, where was I? California. California, I lived in Orange County for a while. It was pretty boring. Then I moved to Hollywood. That was a little more interesting. There's a lot to do in Hollywood. You can go to the beach whenever you want. Wait, I saw eagle. No, I already have eagle. I need bird. And man, it takes a long time. I wish there was a search feature. That's ridiculous. But, you know, with an old game, there aren't simple stuff like that. I mean, just look at them. And then, so yeah, when the oil prices dropped in 2015, I got laid off because I was in a natural gas industry job. And then I decided to bird. That's what I needed, right? Bird. Okay, got all those. The only thing I don't have is dog. Well, let's go tame the ostriches first. That sounds the most interesting. And I'll probably get some birds along the way. And so then I took a I'll kill these since I'm here. I took a 3-month trip to Europe. I got unemployment insurance, so I ended up just spending 3 months in Europe going to festivals, and man, that was the most fun of my life. Ever since I was a little kid, I had dreamt of doing a Euro festival, so definitely no video games then. Oh man, that was so much fun. And then I came back to LA and I was just so depressed. Like, LA is just so much. Yeah, after seeing Europe, just beautiful girls everywhere. Everyone loves to party. I mean, Europe was just amazing. LA did have fun festivals too. I would go to one called Lightning in a Bottle. It was kind of like a hippie festival out in the woods. That was a lot of fun. But after that, yeah, then I was having trouble getting work. I did some cold calling for a while. Actually, that's when I decided to start my kind of own business. So I took a trip to Thailand and brought back a bunch of clothes from Thailand and tried to sell those online. I didn't do very well selling it on my website and making a profit, but I ended up selling everything on eBay and Amazon, at least breaking even. And then I started a copywriting agency that, again, I broke even. I made a couple sales, but it wasn't doing too well. Then I started cold calling for... Well, yeah, I worked on that copywriting agency for a while, and just like general marketing stuff, like a general marketing agency, email lists, all that. And by then, I had already decided I wanted to leave California. Like, rent was expensive there. I could travel the world and live in hostels. Like, hostels and train tickets were way cheaper than rent in LA. So I'm like, I need to just get back to Europe. So what was that? About something like 2017, I just left America and I've never lived there again. I mean, I go back and visit my parents once in a while, but other than that, yeah, I don't go to America just to visit my parents, get new Russian visas. So yeah, it's been a while. My first stop was South America. I went to Uruguay for a couple weeks. It was kind of a Wild West kind of place, kind of scary. But it was fun. Then I went up to Brazil and did a carnival in Brazil. That was crazy. I think once was enough. Again, it's kind of a dangerous place. Unless all my friends went. Maybe I would go again. Whoa, corpsers. Watch out for them. A whippersnapper. I don't even know what that is. Okay, I'm just going to wander around and try and find my different things to tame. I know those ostriches will be here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where, but we'll just follow the road. Why not? So yeah, after Brazil, where did I go? Brazil to Colombia, and Colombia was pretty, I don't want frenzied ostrich, I want forest ostrich. Colombia had just passed some sort of alcohol ban in the city I went to, Medellin, right before I got there. So, I mean, after that, it was just a ghost town. I mean, it was crazy. It was just like all these huge restaurants and bars and all this stuff just completely empty. Like after the alcohol ban, all the tourists just somehow knew about it and disappeared. So That was kind of a bummer. So then I decided just to go ahead and, oh, okay, well here's a lot of stuff. There should be ostriches mixed in. So then what did I do? Oh, I went to a spring break. I spent a whole month in Cancun, Mexico. And Cancun, Mexico is pretty strange because there's really not, like if you just go to the main bars in the strip, man, how am I not finding any of the ostriches I need? If you just go to the main bars in the strip, it's seriously like 90% guys. I've never seen sausage fests like that extreme. Oh, I am not finding these oysters. Oh, here's sand. I need desert oysters. Maybe they're in here somewhere. So yeah, but there was this one hotel called Oasis, where it was like all inclusive. It was like $150 a day, and yeah, they had some sort of like agreement with universities, where just like huge, like frats and sororities would send all their people there to this one hotel, and it was just all you could drink, and you could just party all day. I didn't pay. I just you could just walk. If you knew what you were doing, you could just walk in from the beach. They didn't guard like every entrance. So I just walked in there most days, partied. That was a lot of fun. And then what? Then I had to fly back to Colombia because I'd already bought my ticket out of Colombia to Europe. So I went to I flew back to Colombia, spent a few weeks there. Oh, I remember I played StarCraft 2 there for a while just because I was so bored. I mean, I was working on my laptop all day, but sometimes I would just need a break. And I would play. Wow, I'm having terrible luck finding the guys I need. So I would play StarCraft 2 once in a while. That was pretty cool. Let's tame a bird just so I feel like I'm doing something. And then, oops. Then where's bird? Chicken, desert oster, eagle, bird. Okay, at least I got one. Man, I can't believe I couldn't get those dogs. That's very disappointing. It's going to be really hard to get a dog. Indeed. So yeah, then I flew to... Oh, I flew to visit... No, that was last time. My last trip to Europe was... I spent like a month, 5 weeks with my friend in England, which I did not like London at all. Of all the cities in the world, London is the one I would just really be happy to never go back to. And let's see. So my next time in Europe, the first stop must have been, I think I met up with my friends from LA. My friend from LA, and we went to Ukraine first for a couple weeks. That was a lot of fun. I really liked Ukraine. Then we met up with another friend in Moscow, and that was cool. And then, let's see, then I think I spent the summer, that's when I spent the summer living in Romania on a beach, still just working on my copywriting, marketing business then. I think I saw a chicken. I need chickens. I need eagles too. That's what's going to be harder. Bird seems pretty easy. There's birds everywhere. There's another bird. Yeah, 3 months in Romania. Then I went back. Oh, before I went to Europe, I spent a month in Vegas. That was pretty wild, going to like the casinos every night. Oops. And then yeah, so Moscow. Then after a month in Moscow, I went to St. Petersburg. Oh, after St. Petersburg, then I went to Romania. And then after Romania, I spent 3 months in Ukraine again. So I must have been separated from my friend for like 6 months. Yeah, I saw him in May, and then I didn't see him again until November. So yeah, then I spent 3 months with another buddy from Vegas in Ukraine. That was pretty cool. Ukraine's so cheap. The dollar to hryvnia back then. I mean, it's still pretty cheap, but back then it was really cheap. So, man, I'm still not seeing, what is a quagmire? Those are funny things. I've never seen those before. Oh, he poisoned me. I guess that's more than my vampire can get, so let's stay away from them. And so, yeah, then I met my friend here in Russia, and I've pretty much stayed in Russia. Let's see, I take a trip to Hungary like once every summer to make to check out a festival, and let's see, crossbill, I'll tame you. And yeah, I pretty much stay here. I spent 3 months in Thailand, like a month in, no, 2 months. Yeah, a month in, I saw a chicken somewhere. A month in Koh Phi Phi, and a month in Koh Tao. No, not Koh Tao. Where was it? Patong. Yeah. That was. I thought there'd be a lot of Russians there, and there were, but it was mostly like older married couples, so that wasn't that interesting. And Koh Phi Phi was okay. It just it was a lot of British. I don't really like partying with the British. I had gone to like a full moon party on Koh Phangan before. That was pretty cool. And let's see, where's the raven? I need these birds. And yeah, but man, I just really like Russia. The people here are friendly. People like Americans here. Obviously, the girls are really pretty. It's just hard to leave here. Anytime I try and leave here, I just miss it. Like nowhere else in the world is as good as here. So I just stay here. And yeah, that's the story of my life, I guess. Oh, as far as video games, yeah, here I played not many. When it's winter or I'm sick, I played a little bit of World of Warcraft, just enough to like go PvP on the battlegrounds. That was pretty fun. I tried a couple of the raids, but I didn't like them. You gotta like sit there forever. I mean, one raid takes like, oh no, this Quagmire saw me. I don't like him. He poisoned me. And yeah. What else do I play once in a while? Can't really think of. Oh, I tried playing some like Counter-Strike. Oh yeah, somewhere. Oh, in college. Yeah, I was playing Counter-Strike after I beat Half-Life 2. I was playing Counter-Strike Source quite a bit in college. So that would have been like 2006. I tried playing that again. It wasn't that fun. Oh, and then in LA, I started playing Pokemon Go. I can't believe I forgot that. That was pretty fun. I like when the game first came out, I was at a bar and I saw a girl playing it. I'm like, oh, what's that? And she's like, oh, Pokemon Go. And so I downloaded that. It was like the second day it was out, something like that. And yeah, I got an account up to like level 10, level 15. Sold that for like $100. That was pretty cool. And so I played it for like a year, and then gave up on that. But then it got released in Russia like a year ago. Like the whole time it had never been supported in Russia. There was no Pokestops or gyms or anything. It's only people that like spoofed their IP could play. But then they finally released it here. So then one of my friends here started playing. So I fired it up again. And yeah, that was kind of fun. I did some raids where like a bunch of people go kill like a really strong Pokemon, and then you get a chance to catch him at the end. That was fun. So I played that for a while, off and on. Well, I played it, then quit, and played it for a few more months, and now I basically quit again because I decided I want to start streaming online stuff.